Judge Arthur Coleman watched with contempt as Olivia Prescott stood before his court in her simple beige sweater. "Are you actually prepared to handle this case?" he mocked. But when she began speaking, quoting precedents only seasoned lawyers would know, his smug smile vanished. At T38, Olivia was one of Boston's most formidable civil rights attorneys. Today, however, she wasn't dressing for success. She pulled her hair into a simple bun, removed her signature pearls, and traded her tailored suit for a modest sweater. She'd researched Judge Coleman for weeks. For 15 years, he'd presided with notorious bias, especially against female attorneys. Riverside Gardens, a retirement community housing lower-income seniors, was threatened by Westlake Development's luxury condominiums. A previous attorney had been laughed out of Coleman's court. "If he sees another polished Harvard attorney, his mind will be made up before I speak," Olivia had explained to her colleague Marcus that in court. The opposition barely noticed her. "Are you the paralegal?" Richard Daniels asked dismissively. Judge Coleman entered, his eyes shifting to Olivia with skepticism. "Let's hope we don't waste the court's time today." Daniels presented smoothly. Coleman nodded appreciatively. "Clear and concise as always." Then to Olivia, "Ms. Prescott, your response." Olivia deliberately fumbled with her notes. Riverside Gardens has been home to over 60 senior citizens for more than 20 years. "Ms. Prescott, I need legal arguments, not emotional appeals." Coleman interrupted. She appeared flustered. "The residents contest the validity of the zoning change. Affidavits can be prepared by anyone. Ms. Prescott, do you have anything substantive?" Coleman removed his glasses. "Is this your first major case? Let me explain something. Passion doesn't count in court. Evidence does. Precedent does. And so far, you've presented me with neither." Olivia absorbed the humiliation without reaction. Then she shifted subtly. "Your Honor, I'd like to present evidence regarding the property's historical preservation eligibility under the Williams precedent." Coleman frowned. Williams versus Northeastern Development, 2008. The Third Circuit established that buildings housing predominantly elderly populations qualify for expedited historical review. The patronizing smile vanished. For 30 minutes, Olivia methodically cited cases Coleman had to strain to recall, referencing local ordinances from memory. In Chambers, Coleman asked, "Where did you study law?" "Harvard, Your Honor. Class of 2008. "Any cases I might recognize?" "Perhaps Prescott versus Department of Housing and Urban Development." Coleman's eyes widened. That Supreme Court case was known in every legal circle. "You're that Olivia Prescott?" Back in court, her voice carried natural authority. She produced the original community charter with an enforceable covenant protecting residents from displacement. "You deliberately presented yourself this way," Coleman observed. "I focused on the legal arguments, Your Honor. How they were initially received was educational." Coleman issued a preliminary injunction against the eviction. Outside, he approached her. "That was an effective demonstration. I wonder how many other attorneys I've overlooked due to similar assumptions." "The law gave them their chance," Olivia said gently. "I simply ensured it was recognized." As they descended the courthouse steps, Gloria squeezed her shoulder. "You did it. Today, we made them see you. Really see you." Olivia reflected that sometimes the only way to change a biased system was to expose it from within. In Coleman's courtroom, justice had been served, and a deeper truth revealed. Worth and capability had nothing to do with appearance. In following weeks, Coleman began earning a reputation for more equitable treatment. Olivia continued her work, sometimes in designer suits, sometimes in simple sweaters, but always with the same brilliant legal mind and unwavering dedication to justice. Never judge a book by its cover, especially in a courtroom. Sometimes the simplest appearance can hide the most extraordinary talent.